Alright, in this video I'm going to teach you. In the previous video I have already teach you how to find the cumulative distribution function, right? The technique of finding from the probability density function to cumulative distribution function, right? So now in this video I'm going to teach you how to using the cumulative distribution function, especially this one, to find the probability. Okay, for example, if I want to find the probability, of x less than 1, right? Xm. Okay, before that you have to remember that the capital letter Fx is defined to be probability of less x or equal x, right? X or less or equal x. But because now we are in the part of the random variable which is a continuous random variable, because we are in continuous random variable, so it's different from discrete. Okay, you have to differentiate between discrete and continuous. Okay, so now this is continuous, right? So if x less than 1, it's actually the same, right? It's the same because this is continuous. All right, this is continuous, remember that. So then we can apply this rule here. All right, x less or equal x, right? So it's the same. So I can rewrite this to be capital letter F1, right? Capital letter F1, the cumulative, the value 1. So very simple. You can just using this cumulative distribution function. So you look at the 1 here, right? So you search for the interval, where's the 1 fall, where the 1 lies, right? Okay, 1 is in between where? Cari. Okay, no, yes, it's here, right? 1 is between 0 and 3. So you can substitute the value of 1 into this, right? Into this. So you are getting 1 over 8. Very simple. So means that probability of x less than 1 is 1 over 8. Just doing substitution, right? Substitution. It's different when you're using this. I hope you really know what I mean. So probability of x less than 1, when you want to find the probability for x less than 1 by using the probability density function, please refer to the video before this. All right, so if you want to find this, you have to use integration. All right, but for this you just substitute the value. All right, substitute the value. Okay, let's say if I have px less or equal 6, for example, right? Less or equal 6, right? Okay, find the probability of px less or equal 6. So using the cumulative, by using the cumulative distribution function, very simple, right? Either there is equal or no equal, right? You can rewrite this to be f6, but provided it must be less than, right? Must be less than. So f6. So then you look at the 6 here, the capital letter f6 here. 6 is in between this one, right? 5 up to 15. So 6 is in between these two value here. So I substitute the 6 into this function, right? Into this function. So it's 1 over 16, 6 plus 1. Then easily you can get your your probabilities. 6 plus 1, 7 over 16. So this will be your answer. Alright, very simple. Alright, okay, I will give you more example. Alright, okay, what if the question asking you to find the probability of x greater or equal to, right? So you cannot using the cumulative distribution, but you must modify first. Because I mentioned again, so I keep mentioning, so the capital letter Fx cumulative is defined to be probability of x less or equal x, right? And this is something greater, okay, greater than 2. So for continuous random variable, it's very simple. You just take 1 minus with px less than 2, all right? Px less than 2. The equal or no equal is not important in continuous random variable, I tell you, okay? It's not important at all. So px more than 2 will be 1 minus px less than 2, all right? So then you can just rewrite this to be capital letter F2, all right? So if you want to know detail about why you're doing this, you can always come and see me, right? 1 minus this one, x less than 2. So then it's F2. So then you go for 2. 2 lies in which interval? 2 is in this interval, right? 2 is in this interval. So you substitute the 2 into the function. So it's 1 minus with, okay, 1 minus with 2 over 8, right? The capital letter F2, so 2 is between 0 and 3, so you substitute 2 here, 2 over 8, so you're getting 1 minus with 2 over 8 is 1 over 4, right? So you're getting 3 over 4, then the probability here will be 3 over 4. Very simple. So same thing also, if you want to find the probability for x greater than, for example, greater than 11, right? Greater than 11. So never mind, you just change this to become 1 minus px. If greater, you just change 1 minus become px less or equal 11, or without the equal is okay, alright? It's okay because the probability of equal or without the equal is the same, alright? So now you have less or equal 11. So 1 minus this one you can rewrite as f11, right? F11 less than, because you have already written in this form, either is less than or less or equal, right? For continuous, it's okay, right? So now 1 minus f11, so the 11 is between here, right? It's between here, 11 is between 5 and 15. So the 11 you have to substitute into this function here. So become 1 over 16, 11 plus 1, right? 11 plus 1, so it's 1 minus with 12 over 16, right? 12 over 16 is 3 over 4, right? 3, 4, 12, 4, 4, 16, right? So you get 1 over 4, right? 1 over 4 as the probability for px greater than 11, right? Okay, just now for the first examples here in this video, I talk about less than, right? Now I go for more than, right? Okay, later on, in between, okay, let's see. Okay, how about this, right? So what is the probability between 2 and 8, right? Between 2 and 8. So I'm not going to tell you many story about this, okay? I tell you, for continuous, right? For continuous, okay? For continuous random variable. For continuous random variable, so you can just doing this way. F8, if I use cumulative, very simple. Capital letter F8, the upper value minus the lower value here, the 2 here, okay? F8 minus F2. So either they are equal or no equal, okay? It's apply, it's all the same, alright? Means that x is between 2 and 8, or it's in the form of 2 less than 8, or it's in the form of 2 less or same than 8. Either this, any of this, you are still getting for continuous, it's not discrete, okay? It's not discrete random variable, it's different. So for continuous, so you're taking the capital letter F8 minus with 2, 8 minus 2. So, okay, very simple. So where is F8? F8. So F8, 8 is between this, right? So you substitute, right? 8 plus 1 over with 16, right? Substitute into this interval. So minus with 2. 2 is between these two, right? So 2 over 8, right? 2 over 8. So you will have 9 over 16 minus with 2 over 8, okay? Multiply with 2, so become 4 over 16. So finally, 9 minus 4, you have 5 over 16. So means that the probability of x between 2 and 8 will be 5 over 16, right? By using cumulative, alright? So let's see another example. Alright, okay. Let's say if I'm asking you to find the probability, right? Find the probability of modulus of x, right? Modulus of x greater or equal with 6, right? Greater or equal 6. So this will be using the basic definition, alright? Basic definition, which you learn in inequality, right? So if you have something like this, you can rewrite this to become x greater or equal a, or x less or equal negative a, right? Same thing for this. So, alright, sorry, I think I'm going to modify this, okay? Modulus of x minus with 4, right? Probability of modulus of x minus with 4 greater or equal 6 here. So means that we have two possibility. So one will be okay. I can rewrite this to be x, right? X minus 4, right? X minus 4 greater than 6. Follow this, right? Greater than 6 or, right? Or so x minus 4 less or equal negative 6, right? Less or equal negative 6. So by using this definition here, so if I do this, I will find to be x greater or equal 6 plus 4, I have 10, right? Or so x minus 4, so x will be less or equal negative 6 plus 4, so you have negative 2, right? You have negative 2. So later on, so I'm going to rewrite this because or, right? Or in probability, so you can just write it as plus, right? So because these two events is actually mutually exclusive, right? So less or equal negative 2, alright? For this is okay, right? Because it's already follow this, so you can rewrite this to be a capital letter F negative 2, right? Negative 2. But for this, you have to convert. So very easy. Just now I have already teach you. If greater than, you have to change it become less than, right? Less than 10. Alright, so you want to put equal or no equal in this continuous, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. So this is 1 minus capital letter F less than, so you can F10 plus with capital letter F negative 2. So then you have 1 minus with, okay, then you look at the value 10 here. The 10 is fall between these two values. So 10 plus 1, you have 11 over 16. Right, but F negative 2, okay, negative 2 is less than 0, right? Negative 2 is less than 0. So what is that moment when less than 0? The Fx will be 0, right? Will be 0. So you plus with 0. So later on, 1 minus with 11 over 16, right? So it's 16 minus 11, you have 5 over 16, right? So this is the probability for this, all right? By using the concept of basic definition here. All right, I think that's all for this video. Hope you understand how to using the before this video, I teach you how to using the probability density function to finding the cumulative distribution function, right? And later on in this video, I teach you how to using the cumulative distribution function instead of density function to find the probability, right? So you have to go through everything here. So I think that's all for this video.